Hey, what's up? So recently I decided to stop letting life pass me by and start actively trying to get better at life. And one of the things I decided to start to do was I wanted to start journaling. And historically, I haven't really been good at journaling, and also my handwriting is very terrible. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just writing one sentence a day, and I'm doing it pretty consistently. And the goal is to really, right now at this point, just to build a habit. I haven't really had a goal to what I'm going to do with the journaling at all. But the reason I want to start journaling is because I feel like it's very difficult to track how I'm progressing over the course of even just 2 or 3 weeks, let alone 3 months or a year. I just can't remember what I was doing 3 months ago, and I can't compare to like if I'm getting better at what I'm trying to do, right? But one thing that I realized recently, where I actually noticed that I got better at, I feel like over the last several months, I've actually become a lot happier. And I think it's because I got rid of two habits that I was doing for years. So those two habits are kind of the opposite, but they're very similar in the results. And that's living in the past and also living in the future. And I think it all started like 4 or 5 years ago. Is when I started doing the startup. In the very beginning, I regretted it a lot. I regretted it every day. But I was already like 2 or 3 years in, so it's very difficult for me to quit. And every day I just be like calculating how much money I could be making if I had a job versus doing this, right? And I just regret it. I'd be comparing, what my life would have been like if I didn't do that. And I got in a habit where I was just regretting things. And I'd be sitting there and like I think about this thought like 10 years ago, it just pop up in my mind of something I did that was embarrassing. And I just remember it. I would just like cringe a little bit inside. And it got to the point where I don't even realize I'm doing it. I just do it all the time. So I'd be sitting around at home and I'd be like, just thinking about something and I would just sigh. And my wife would be like, yo, why are you sighing? I'm just like, I don't even know. Right. So it became a habit where I just did it all the time. And it probably lasted, I don't know how long, probably lasted like 4 or 5 years while I was doing it constantly. And then eventually I noticed it and I started like paying attention to it. I started getting better. Right. I started doing mind powers, which helped a lot as well, which is this program I've been talking about, which is basically just actively just keep me being in control of your thoughts. And then I feel like once I stopped doing that, I started doing this other thing, which is the exact opposite, but it was just as bad, or it wasn't as bad, but it was slightly better. It was I'll be living the future. So I started getting really narrow on my goals. Like I have this goal. I want to make this millions of dollars, right? This is my goal. And then every day I just think about what life would be like when I hit that goal, right? So it'd be like for me, it'd be like, okay, what if Tesla stock went to million? What if I made enough money in the company where we could sell it and I could retire, right? And I would just be comparing my current situation with that future, vision. And obviously it doesn't measure up, and I would just be disappointed in my current state of life, right? And then at some point I realized, okay, if you're not happy now, you're not going to be happy in the future because at some point, right now, where you're at right now, you wanted to be there at some point, and you're not any happier now, right? So then, if you learn to be happy now, if you don't learn to be happy now, you're not going to be happy in the future, basically, right? And basically, the journey is kind of like the point of life. Anyways, the, I basically was able to stop doing that as much to the point where I kind of forgot about it. And then I realized, I just remembered the other day, I was, oh, shit, I used to do that. And I feel like I'm actually a lot happier because I stopped doing those two things. And I feel like it's a lot of the mind power stuff that I was doing just led me to naturally stop doing that. So I highly recommend doing mind powers. If you haven't heard me talk about it yet, just leave me a comment. I'll send you the information. It's free to do. And then one thing I wanted to say as well was, oh yeah, so then now, I mean, I still like will be sitting around and I'll have like just this thought come up, like, I wish I had $10 million, right? It would just come up. I can't control it, right? And then before I'd be like, oh, I wish I had this, oh, what I'm doing now. Now, when that comes up in my mind, I just say to myself, hey, you're getting better every day in every way. You're getting better every day in every way. You're getting better every day in every way. And I just remind myself, hey, I'm developing this discipline. I'm developing myself and becoming better. And I don't have to think about the future of where I'm gonna have, some subjective thing. Like right now, I'm improving, and I should be happy with that. So that's helping a lot as well. Obviously, you can't control your thoughts 100%. They just kind of just come and go, but you can control how you react to them. So if you feel like you're living in the future, living in the past, I highly recommend at least focusing on getting rid of that. It's a work in progress. I still do it all the time, but yeah. Hope this video was helpful. See you guys.